It's the 2024 NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and it's our first games after our dinner break, so all the players' stomachs are filled with chicken sandwiches, chips, and more. Before our first game after dinner, the WNBA, only 2 teams for the WNBA this camp, in which we have Team 1 and Team 2. Which, yes, of course, it's a little confusing right now, but it's just evaluation games for the camp, which means that the coaches right now and the coaches for the WNBA, Michaela Mabey and Dayliana Lewis, are coaching the WNBA, but they're watching from the sidelines, not necessarily coaching the teams in full, because tonight they will have a draft behind closed doors in which they will draft the players and they will separate the teams with nice, equal competition so that for the rest of the week, they will have a nice competition. Team 1 in orange, Team 2 in white. Team 1 consisting of Autumn Begley, Lila Harris, Jaisley Johnson, Ariana Davis, and Paige Buckley. Meanwhile, Team 2, Sydney Louise, Ava Sanders, Aliana Wright, Giada Koldani, and Rebel Roberts. Looks like we have one little issue. We'll have tip-off in just a moment from the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Once again, Team 1 in orange, Team 2 in white. This is the WNBA first evaluation game at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Koldani, baseline stepped out. It'll go in favor of Team 1. Jaisley Johnson, an 8th grader, bringing the ball up for Team 1. Begley driving straight to the hoop, going up and over the rim. No use to the backboard and an easy rebound for Team 2. And with our last NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, unfortunately, we only had one high school player in 9th grade. But this week, all the coaches have been talking about the competition that's being brought. They see the players, they see the size and the skill abilities of these WNBA players this camp, in which you have 6 high school players that are all in their sophomore year, and then we have 3 8th graders and 1 7th grader, but all nearly at equal level of skill, which makes the competition very, very fun. Inside pass gets denied. Drive straight down the middle, denied by the front rim. Cleaned up on the offensive rebound, but Wright couldn't put it back through. Nice drive straight down the middle. That's Jaisley Johnson. She couldn't really get the grip, but it goes out, and Begley sacrifices herself to keep the ball in play, but Johnson travels. Wright on the move, has space to shoot off the block. Offensive rebound, Roberts up and over, out of bounds. Davis. Dribble drive. Picks up her dribble from 14. Slides the foot. Called for the travel. Still remains scoreless in the opening minutes. WNBA evaluation game. Right, blows by Johnson. Has an open player off the right side. It's Roberts. She can't hit from 5 feet out as it's batted back out of bounds, and it's going to stay in the offensive position. Inbound, underneath, up and down, good for two. Elena Wright. Baseline is Begley. They left her open. It's good. Autumn Begley with the first score for Team 1. Koldani, drive down the middle, kicks it across for the 16-foot jumper. Not going to go, gets her own miss. Looking for anything, but once again, traveling the pivot foot, sliding for a travel. Begley, she'll take her drive against Roberts. Defensive board by Koldani. She had Wright down the court, but couldn't find her as the defense was still relevant. Johnson picks up her dribble. Begley, she'll try to attack. Sanders, great defense to keep her from going anywhere. Meanwhile, 15-footer goes too high for Johnson. Now it's back down, right. Picking past half court. Defense gets there to put the pressure, but it's not enough. Elena Wright. She has all 4 points for Team 2. Davis gives it out, and Koldani stops the play that was supposed to go to Buckley. But with that, we'll lead it to a timeout with a 4-2 score, Team 2 over Team 1.
Let's go. All right. Get back in like
WNBA evaluation game at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and with WNBA evaluation game number 1, it's a 4-2 score. Team 2 over Team 1 currently. Team 2 in the white, Team 1 in the orange. Autumn Begley has the only score for Team 1, and Team 2, Elena Wright, is cleaning up everything offensively, and she's done a great job of being the first to get down the court for her team. She knows that she can score. She gets down there quickly, but you still have to continue to work through everything and see what you can do on defense, too, because it's not all about the offense. Koldani will bring it up for Team 2. She's guarded by Johnson. Swing to the corner. Right side, Sydney Louise. Johnson to Harris. Steps back into a 6-footer. She's got it down the hatch for 2. Ball needs to be inbounded, taking too much time. And gets called for the 5-second call. Koldani didn't have anyone to pass it to, and Louise took too much time trying to get back down there. A turnover off an inbound. Inbound pass denied by Louise. She made the mistake of not being able to get down, and she gives it back to her team, saying, I made the mistake. I'll make up for it. And in that same run, there's Koldani scoring 2 points off the drive down the middle. Buckley. Sanders. Johnson swings court right side wing, trying to push down to Harris, but the pass gets denied by Louise. Koldani to Louise, left side, over the defense, denied by the rim, or excuse me, the backboard. And the other way, Harris to Johnson. Johnson with a full head of steam, caught under the backboard, hits the bottom of it, and Koldani once again grabs another rebound. Sanders pass, taken. Begley. Blocked by Koldani. And excuse me, that was Buckley going towards the hoop, and Koldani with the stone cold block. Johnson has a chance at it. Forced to give it up, but Harris cutting down in time. Can't get her 10-footer. Johnson, another chance. Backboard, no. Buckley will bring it down for Team 1. A steal by Louise. Sniffed it out well. Head-to-head against Harris.
Timeout, quarter 1.
6-4 the score. It'll be white ball coming in after the break. (6-4) at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Team 2 leading Team 1 6-4. Autumn Begley and Lila Harris, the 2 scores for Team 1. Team 2, the 2 scores, Elena Wright and Giada Koldani. Inbounding will be team 2 in white. Looks like Louise will be the one to try to find an open player. Into Koldani. Louise, the back down. Begley will bring it up. Right. Applying the pressure. Harris off the reverse. A lid on the basket. Harris couldn't get it to drop. Right. Will slow up the offensive play. She'll allow the rest of her team to get back. Louise. Nice pass baseline, but once again, no use of the backboard, and that's a very important play. Using the backboard, that's something coaches are going to be looking at. Harris, 10-footer, off the left side. Koldani, rebound up to right. Johnson close behind, right. Looking to finish. Can't do it on the first one. Second one will go through. It's her third made basket. She has 6 points. Begley, Harris, Johnson, and Roberts are the four for team 1. Begley out of bounds, stepped on the line before releasing the shot. Right. Dribbles through 2 different defenders, takes the 12-footer. Can't hit, but it's off of Begley, so it stays white. Quick inbound to Wright, and it creeps right in. That's 8 points for Wright out of the team's 10. Begley just inside the 3-point line. Got it over Koldani. Begley now the leading scorer for team 1 with 4 points. Right, looking to attack again. The game's leading scorer. Louise tries to push too hard to the middle. Looking at Wright, who is jumping up and down in the paint. Luckily, Begley was there. Nice up and down play. That'll score for Harris. Harris and Begley, the only 2 scorers for team 1 currently. Johnson, Davis, and Buckley falling behind in the scoring category. But only 4 scorers in the game between Wright, Koldani, Begley, and Harris. Koldani will hold off the right wing. Wright asks for it. She takes her shot just inside the perimeter. Can't quite hit. Davis hands over to Harris. And they're going to count it as a blocking foul. A little bit of body contact.
1 minute left on court 1. 30 seconds.
Right, controlling this game. Koldani on the reverse. A beautiful reverse layup, scores her second basket. 12-8 as we're nearing halftime. Harris steaming down, fakes the ball by pulling it out.
9,
Right, took an extra step. The separation was created. Couldn't hit the shot, though. Begley gives it over to Johnson. Airballs that one, and it'll send us to a break with the score of 12-8. It's Team 2 leading Team 1 for the WNBA evaluation Game 1. NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp 2024, week number 2. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and this is our first WNBA evaluation game of the day. They'll play later at 8:15 on court 2, but right now the coach is just paying attention, looking at what the players are capable of, what their abilities are, maybe who will work well together, and things of that nature, because tonight both of these WNBA coaches will go behind a closed door, draft the teams, and then tomorrow morning, the players will find out what team they are on for the rest of the week, as we see Begley knock down her third shot of the day. She has 6 points. Begley, 6 points. Harris has 4. The leading scorer in the game is Elena Wright, who has 8 points, followed by her counterpart, Giada Koldani, who has 4. Only 4 scorers in the game, 2 for each team. And now just 1 possession away from a tie game. Begley, volleyball spikes that one towards the coaches. Harris gets right in there. Harris now ties up the game at 12 apiece. It was really hot scoring from the very beginning by Elena Wright, but then Begley and Harris going back and forth, finally tying it up. It's still anyone's game as we have just entered the second half, but Wright retaliates quickly with a bucket of her own. She's the first scorer in double digits with 10. Johnson found a lane, poked by Kaldani. Harris, no one wanted to defend her. Wright, once again, striking well. 12 points out of the team's 16. Coach Michaela Mabey and Daliana Lewis hoping to draw the right card for the #1 pick, because Wright is definitely at the top. Begley, another top player being looked at currently. Wright lost the handle, stays with it even though Johnson is right there next to her. Wright to Kaldani. 1-2 step inside, gliding through defenders, missed the shot but got it right back. Kaldani gives it up. Reverse, still won't go. Harris up to Johnson. Johnson gets a 1-2, gets it inside. Johnson now added to the scoring. She'll tie the game with her first bucket.
Timeout, core 1.
Timeout calls. We have a tie game now, 16-16 at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. (16-16) tied up game. Begley, Harris, Johnson, the three scorers for Team 1. Team 2 led by Elena Wright and Gianna Kaldani close behind, but Kaldani only 4 points. She's had some of the best shot selections, but sometimes the ball just doesn't want to go down. If it's not perfect, it's not going to go through. And just like we saw there, a wide open bucket by Davis, but sometimes the ball just doesn't like to fall through, or it gets a weird hit off the rim, and it's not going to go down. So almost every single person in this game should have a score, but the basket's just not helping out at all. Wright got it to go. Everything going for Wright. Miscommunication. Begley trying to hit Harris. Just slipped right through. And Wright trying to get fancy, bringing the ball up the court. Got caught on her hip and called for the double dribble. Harris will have the primary defender of Louise. Harris goes backdoor for Davis. Gives it up Begley. Another mishandle of the ball. Begley gave it over to Harris. Couldn't quite get the grasp. Right. Got Harris to jump, but it's not enough separation from the 15-foot line. The shot misses for Roberts. On the other side, got a wide open drive. Ariana Davis couldn't quite finish the coast-to-coast play. Louise works it in to Koldani. Blocked from behind, but also with a foul. Buckley. Koldani on her. Begley. Buckley now. Buckley, count it, and a foul. And with evaluation games, no free throws will be shot. But tomorrow, that same exact play would have a chance at a three-point play. Back to a tie score, nearing 7 minutes left in the second. Koldani having some issues finishing around the rim, but it's not with ease. A lot of defensive pressure. 18-18 still remain tied up at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. They had a game. Evaluation game 1 at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. And a miscommunication on the inbound pass. Louise couldn't finish it. Pass intercepted by Roberts. Louise might have another chance. She'll swing it over to the open Sanders. Sanders won't be able to do it either. Ariana Davis. All 5 players scoring for Team 1 in this game and puts them up by 2 points. Davis, the deflection out of bounds. It'll stay white. Johnson finds an open Harris. That's stolen by Wright. Inbound. Finds Buckley. Johnson up and down to the baseline. Harris won't go. Louise trying to find Sanders. Slipped out of her grasp and out. Johnson with the handle. Roberts defending. Johnson picks up her dribble. Buckley off the left side wing. Johnson going up high to help. Harris from 15. Back iron. Fifteen-footer from the high post. Wright couldn't do it. Louise, she'll set up, or is a half side screen set by Rebel Roberts. It's going to stay White as Wright looks to inbound. Louise standing on the post. Not enough room. Louise will back into a 16-footer. Bricks off the block. Wright turns, spins through it. Off the right side rim. Now steaming. Davis up to Johnson. Lost the handle. Picked right back up by Davis in the left side corner. Buckley, great ball movement. Harris isolated off the right side against Louise. Swings it back across the other way. Buckley, her three. Too much. Johnson picks up and runs. Buckley's to her left. She gets it to her. Very well done play. Heads up by Johnson to find Buckley, who makes her second made basket and has a 2-possession lead for Team 1, which is their largest lead of the game. Two minutes to go. Shot goes too high for Sanders. Harris gets a rebound. Cuts it to the middle. Wright deflects it.
Timeout, court one.
Our final timeout of the game, a 4-point game, 2-possession game here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. 22-18, Team 1 leading Team 2 at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Team 1 in orange, up by 4. Harris has been the main scorer for Team 1 with 8 total points. Begley's close behind with 6 points. Buckley has 4, and then both Johnson and Davis 2 points apiece. Johnson changing that right now. 4 points for Johnson and a 6-point lead. Right. She has 14 points out of the team's 18, trying to will her team to a victory. Begley back in for Team 1.
Court 1, 1 minute left.
Under a minute to play. Davis hands it to Harris. Her elbow shot won't go. It's not needed right now, but Wright needs to do a ton of work in order to tie this game or even take a lead for a win. But it's only in evaluation games, and she showed herself plenty. Goldani hits right inside.
Seconds left. 20. I'm sorry.
Harris just inside the arc. Harris in double-digit scoring herself. She has 10 points of the team's 26 as we count down under 10 seconds. Right, looking at one more chance to score. She'll take it from 8 feet, cash it in, and that's how we end this one. 16 points to Elena Wright, 10 points to Lila Harris, but the teamwork works better than the single-handed effort from Elena Wright. You've been watching the WNBA Evaluation Game 1 from the 2024 NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.